Hi garden friends, this is Mayla. I am coming to you today. This is a beautiful morning. I am so excited. We have finally had a break from our heat wave that we had going on here in Tennessee where our garden is on 8A. It is about 9:15 in the morning and I believe it is only like 71 degrees right now. It's going to be sunny all day long, and I believe the high is not supposed to get any higher than 84 degrees. Uh, Not humid at all. It's a slight little, very slight little breeze. So I am so excited. There's so much I have to do. This weather has been keeping me in the house. And also, I've also been busy doing other things. So my garden has been struggling. There is a ton of things I need to get done. So we are going to try to get them all done today. We're going to start off with maintenance. There's a lot of things that I need to prune, a bunch of stuff I need to just clean up in the garden. Um, I need to add some drip emitters to a couple of plants, get some plant babies watered that look like they're struggling, remove a couple of dead plants, just do a lot of cutting back and pruning. Um, and then if I get some more time, I might start on another video, and it'll be a totally different video, and you guys will probably see the same clothing. But I'm going to try to get as much done today as possibly can while we have this beautiful weather. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we are going to get started. Thank you guys for stopping by. So I just want to show you where we're going to get started in the front yard. I have my pop-up bag, I got my pruners, I have my hat, I'm going to tie my hair up. But we just got a lot. We need to cut some of these scorched leaves off of these hostas, cut back the blooms. We have got the heucheras that we need to cut the stalks out of there. They are done. We just got a lot of cleanup to do. You know, all that down there. I've got some, my dapple willow tree. I've got some suckers that I need to cut off the bottom of it. I mean, it just goes on and on throughout the entire garden. These up here, my fire chief arborvitaes, they need a deep watering because they are not hooked up to drip yet. I have not hooked them up because actually in the fall I'm going to move them back, but I need to deep water them because the two smaller ones are a lot younger than the one in the middle, and so they need more water. But yeah, we just need to get started and get it done. So I'm actually going to get started on my front porch. These Sprinter Boxwoods, since we got cooler temperatures, and it's gonna be like this for like the next week at least, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of give these a light pruning, cut some of these really tall ones off the top, and then maybe next spring I will start to round this a little bit more in more of a ball shape. I just did not want to do much pruning on it until it put on a little bit more growth because this is just the second season for this. But anyway, I have this like portion back here that's been drying out. It's starting to brown some. I was trying to give it some chance to bounce back, but it's not bouncing back, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the whole stem. See? That's about all I want to do to that one. And we're going to turn around to the other one. And that's enough on that one as well. All right. I have learned that the sun pretty much comes right here, and then everything back is shaded throughout the day. So um, these hostas, that one and this one, I'm gonna have to move back a little bit because you see how the couple of leaves that was on the front were sunburnt, and they're getting too much sun. So I'm just gonna move back just a little bit so that it's a little bit more protected during the day. It's in shade right now, but in a few more hours when the sun gets high in the sky, it'll be sun for the rest of the day. So these were getting evening, that hot evening sun, and we definitely don't want that for hostas. So we're going to try to jam pack them all from like here and on back. But we won't move it until the fall. Okay, so this is where we are now. What I've done is I kind of pruned a little bit of the dead pieces off of these. Oh, it's hard to see this one. Off of these hydrangeas. These are the Firelight Tidbit, and the sun is not going to let me show this one. This one right here was the one that had the most dead on it, dead leaves, but it's pushing out new growth, these little pieces. So I just cut off some of the dead stems, pulled out the dead leaves, and we cleaned those up. Then I pruned all of the hostas, all of the bloom stalks off of the hostas and the heucheras. It looks a lot cleaner. The water you hear is from me deep watering. I pruned my boxwoods. Just kind of cleaned up the lamb's ear. Lamb's ear, I'm not sure if you don't know, if you've never had them, the odor that they get, the dead leaves are on the bottom underneath the canopy of the leaf structure. So you just kind of have to lift them up and just grab a hold of a handful of the dead leaves and just pull them out, and they come out really easy. So I did that with all of these, and then these also, just to kind of air them out to give more room for the other leaves to grow in and breathe. I had to cut off a couple of limbs off the top of two of these lower petalums. They were just kind of like growing up really tall, so I just kind of cut those branches off. Mainly it was my hostas and my heucheras that I had to maintain today. So I'm going to finish deep watering over here, and then we're going to head to down towards my driveway side. So I'm recording on my cell phone because I don't know what's going on with my camera, why it has such highlighting, and I don't know how to adjust it right now. But this is my chocolate mimosa tree. I've told you guys a couple of videos back that it was planted here. It dropped all of its leaves. It's the same thing that my tree did last year, and it died. So I was afraid this one would die. So I dug it out, planted it in the pot because I was afraid it was getting too much water over here. It's too much standing water when it rained back in the spring and early summer. So I put it in the pot. I got drip hooked up to it. It has leaked back out and it is doing much better. However, I don't want all of these small branches and leaves down here at the bottom. So I'm going to probably cut all that off. I may leave this big branch for right now, but I'm going to cut all that off down there. All right. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm on my cell phone again. Um, I need to figure out what's going on with my camera. So must have pushed a wrong button or something and it changed something on my settings because the exposure is like overly exposed and it's looking up really, really bright. So when I go to edit this video, I don't know how much I will have of it, but I will try to get you guys the most that I recorded today. But for now, I always um, underestimate how what all I have to do and how long it's going to take me to do it. I thought I could knock out 2 projects today and record 2 videos, but that's not the case. I've been out here since maybe 9:15, 9:30, and the time now is 2:15. So there you have it. I've been out here for 4 hours and 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. No, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 for 5 hours. And I've only gotten through my maintenance and really only like 95% of that. I still have a little portion of my driveway side that I need to do. I need to cut back those hostas, but I can do that on another day. But I am going to turn the camera around and show you guys what I have accomplished today. It looks much better. It is still a late summer garden. Everything looks tired. So I'm going to show you guys what we have done today. Since we are right here in my backyard, I'm going to turn the camera around and start off back here. So here we go. So this is my shade garden that I have created with the shade sails. I've noticed today that I need to get one more and put back there in the very back because that hosta back there is getting scorched and my oak leaf hydrangea in that corner is getting a little bit of sun damage as well. So I'm about one more and put one more up there. Um, Everything else looks good. Remember, I'm going to remove these two not Helen Bonstein, these two lamb's ear. They are not the Helen Bonstein. I do not like the growth habit of it, so they will be removed in the fall. But everything else, I prune my astilbes, my heuchera, the hostas that I have over here. I watered everything. I slow watered everything. Um, Pulled out some grass that was creeping into this bed and a few weeds. I didn't have much to prune over here. Um, right here, I removed my 2 dead lavender and watered the one in the middle. Over here, my boxwoods and my pots on my back patio, I just kind of like cut them, like I prune them across the top like I did my 2 on my front porch. And this one is still leaning a little bit. I had it tied up, but after I thought it had been long enough, I took the rubber tie off and it's kind of like leaning back from the springtime when we had a lot of rain and some windstorms. So I think I'm going to put another tie just for a little bit longer in the middle and kind of pull those stems in together and hopefully leave it that way until they get a little bit stronger. So on my rose garden bed, there was nothing to do with my rose, and nothing to do with the liatris. They didn't put out much growth at all this season, did not bloom or anything, but hopefully next year I will see something out of that. My coneflowers, the echinacea, I had 3 or 4 of them that had powdery mildew. So I just decided, and then the other ones were done blooming. So I just decided to cut them all down to the ground. Left a little bit of foliage that I could, but I decided to cut them all back. Not sure if they are gonna stay here. They may be moved to another area of the yard, and I might put maybe 3 or 4 of the garas here, if I can find some in the fall to plant or in the spring. And there was nothing to do with my Blue Point juniper. It's looking beautiful. So that is this bed. So over here, I just watered everything really good. I cut off some of the dead stems on some of my purple pixies. And then I pruned off some of the suckers that were growing up on the bottom of my chocolate mimosa tree. That was all I really needed to do over here. And of course, this is not mulched yet. Probably won't do this until the fall or maybe next spring. And here is my paver walkway garden beds. Nothing much to do on this side either. I still need to plant that pause gold here. I cut some suckers off of the bottom of my dapple willow tree and just watered my Carl Foresters. I don't think my emitter that I have to the base of it, I don't think it's getting enough water. So I think I'm going to, when I come out here to address the rest of my plants, my drip irrigation, I'm going to increase. I think I only have it on a half a gallon per hour. I think I'll increase it to either 2 half-gallons, put 1 on each side, or I might increase it to just 1 gallon per hour. Let's head around to the front. So here we are in my front entryway. What I did over here on my right side is I once again pruned back all of my hosta blooms, my heuchera blooms. I pulled out dead lamb's ear foliage underneath the canopy. Over here, the same thing with my hosta and my heucheras. Now these blue rock junipers that I have in these pots, they went several weeks in a heat wave with no water. Yeah, I did it. I didn't come out here. I did not water them. And as you can see, they are holding on to dear life. Well, they may already be gone. I'm not sure. I watered them deeply. I have 2. And so we will see. If they don't come back, we will do something else with this. I pruned my Sprinter Boxwoods at the front door. And just pretty much rinse and repeat of the rest of my flower bed. Cut back dead stems, deep watered everything. So that's that. Let's go over to my tree rings. Now here we are at the tree rings. I deep watered, cut back any kind of dead leaves off of the hostas, the heuchera, my ascot rainbow euphorbias, and remember I said pretty much I'm going to pull all of this out, transplant somewhere else in the fall, and we will continue to decide what we want to do with these tree rings. I don't know yet. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the Please leave your suggestions in the description below. I would prefer something that is evergreen, something that likes shade and part sun, and something that can deal with 8A heat and humidity with little water. But I think I am going to go ahead, regardless of how much I don't want to do it, I think I'm going to tap into my drip irrigation over there. I'm going to dig a trench all along this front yard and bring my drip irrigation out here. I think I'm going to bring the drip irrigation out here. I'm going to circle around here, then dig another trench from here to here and do drip irrigation there. It would be easier if I can tap into the line here, and that would be a shorter distance, but I don't want to have to drill underneath that walkway. So to prevent from doing all of that, we're going to do it on the other side. And that is about it with my front yard. My maintenance video. We have gotten a lot accomplished today, and I'm very happy. So with that, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming along while we take care of some of the maintenance in our gardens. I know late fall, early spring, and during the springtime, we get out and we have a fun time doing all this planting and planning and mulching and everything, and cutting back and pruning, and then by mid to late summer everything is like struggling, and so we have to get out and do the same thing if you haven't already in the beginning of the summer. So I waited a little bit longer than I probably should have, but I'm glad I was able to get out today and get everything pruned and cut back, pull out some dead things, and let's start planning for the fall. So if you guys have some suggestions of what I should plant in my tree ring, please leave those in the description below. And I want to thank you guys for joining me today, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and enjoy the rest of it. Bye, guys.